3.7, evaluate determinants and apply Cramer's rule. You're really going to hate it once I actually show you how to do it. His rule is actually pretty easy, so I would be more worried about the first portion of that statement. Alright, the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so we write it as the determinant, so DET, and then the matrix A, B, C, D. Okay, so it's a 2 by 2. Okay, the determinant is AD minus BC. DET. Okay, so it's A times D minus B times C. Okay, so they go on the diagonal. Okay, this principle here, you have to remember because we're going to be using it when we get to 3 by 3 and stuff that's bigger. So make sure you understand that. Okay, so it's the difference of the product of the diagonals. Okay, if you want it in words, but I think it's easier just to see the AD minus BC. Okay, so that's the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. Now, the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. Kind of. I mean, basically, it's just like, I mean, it's the difference of the product of the, you know, pieces. But basically, you have to have a square matrix to do it. Okay, so it has to be like 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4. Okay, if we get anything bigger than a 3 by 3, I'm giving you a calculator. Okay, but a 3 by 3 you're going to have to do by hand. And I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. Some people like the diagonal method. Some people like just the knowing the formula method. But yeah, basically it's just a real number that's associated with a square matrix. All it is. So, okay, so the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. So we're looking at the determinant of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, and they do need to be in that order or you're going to be confused. Okay, I'm going to show you what I think is the more complicated way first so that you will appreciate the pattern method that I'm going to show you afterwards. Okay? No, not usually. Since I let you check it with a calculator. So usually the way I do these problems is I'll say, okay, you need to find the determinant by hand. So you have to show me the steps by hand of how you find it. But then I'll say, for an extra bonus point, you can check it on your calculator. Or one that you'd have, like, because I'll also do one where you have to do it on your calculator. And then I'll say, for an extra, like, bonus point or 2, check it by doing it by hand. So, okay. So basically, we write this, okay, when we're taking the determinant of a matrix, okay, we kind of get rid of these, like, lines on it, and we just do it almost in, like, absolute value bars. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Yeah, somebody can finish the alphabet. probably should have done this on a different line so I have more room. I'm going to move it down because I want to have more room, because I need to be able to draw stuff beside it. Okay, so this is what you start with, okay? Now, what you're going to do, okay, is you're going to copy these two columns side by side right here. So it's going to be outside of it, you're going to have A, B, D, E, G, H. Okay, so now we're drawing diagonals. Okay, so I'm going to literally draw the lines through it, okay, because that's the easiest way to see it, so I'm not going to like loop it around. Okay, so you're going through A, E, I. Okay, and then in this one you're going to write A, E, I plus, the next one is going to be B, F, G. What's your question, Garrett? Well, I'm not getting a matrix in return. Alright, plus, now I'm going to go down C, D, H. Yep. I'm just going to tell you, I think this is the hardest method. Last year, I think I had one student do it this way. So. Yeah, well, we're not done either. No. So now minus, okay, that's important. This is a minus sign. Now I'm going the other way. I'm going GEC. Now it's pluses inside the parentheses. So now I'm going to go HFA. Plus, now I'm going IDB. So then just to write it so we can see it better. We might not get to Cramer's rule today. So just to write it so we can see it better, it's AEI plus BFG plus CDH minus parentheses GEC plus HFA plus IDB. Now, I'm going to tell you, when we do problems in class by hand, I will not do it this way. Okay, I will not. If you want to do it this way, that's how you do it. That would be, yeah, that would be the answer. That's the general form. It's going to obviously have numbers in it, so you'd be like multiplying stuff through, and then this would come out to be a single number. Okay, the answer is a single number when you're done. No. Okay, now, the method that I think is easier and that I would 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, I'm going to copy down again the original matrix so that I can show you what's going on. Okay, basically, I'm using this top row to get everything I need. Okay, so when I do, I'm going to try to like circle this stuff so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, when I'm doing A, I'm going to do A times the determinant of this EFHI. Okay, so basically you cover up the stuff that's in the column with the one you're using. Okay? It'll make more sense in just a second. And after you do this first one, if you memorize the pattern, you never have to think about it this way again. You just memorize the pattern. Okay, so I have A times the determinant of this 4 by 4 right, or sorry, 4 by 4, 2 by 2. Okay, which the determinant we said earlier was these cross minus these cross. So EI minus FH. Okay, now this is where the pattern is a little different. Now we subtract, okay, so we're going to subtract this B times, now when we do B, find a different color, with B, so I cover up this middle column, my finger's too big. When you cover up this middle column, okay, we're taking the determinant of this DGFI, okay. Guess I should have done this in colors probably. This is the stuff that's in orange right there. Yep. So it's B times D times I minus F times G. Yeah, so I covered these up. EI minus FH. For B, I'm covering up these middle, DI minus FG. Well, DHEG, but yeah. Yes, when I'm done. Okay, and then this last one is back to being a plus. Okay, so the signs alternate. So this is positive, this is negative, this is positive. Okay. Now it's C times all this stuff, this DEGH. Okay. So it's C times DH minus EG. Okay? So when we do example problems, this will always be the way I do it. Okay? We'll get to Cramer's rule tomorrow and actually using this. Okay? But this pattern is basically, if you memorize this pattern, you can do any problem. In college, I had to do a 4 by 4 matrix this way. I will not demonstrate. It was a test, and it took me like 45 minutes to do it. I will not demonstrate one of those. If we get something that's that big, we'll use our calculator. Okay, so make sure you have your calculators tomorrow because I will teach you how to do these on your calculator too. Okay.